Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. I received a few emails from our younger audiences, and today I want to talk about basic little tips that in the long run will get you a long way. They're so simple that they need to be mentioned. And here they are. In order to get anything done in life, we need 20 to 30 minutes to focus. If you really want to get things done, disconnect from the phone, Facebook, etc. Because if you keep procrastinating, a job of 20 minutes or half an hour will take you 3 to 4 hours. We're all guilty of this, including me. The more you are needed in this life, the more you will make money. Specialize in a special field that very few people specialize. The less people need you, the more likely you will end up in poverty. We call that a niche. The more successful you are going to become, the more criticism and dirt will come out on you. If no one criticizes you, then you are not doing anything. The more success you have, the angrier people will get and the more jealous. Deal with it, it's part of success. Don't lie to yourself. Do you really want to do something? Do it today and now. Because we both know tomorrow there'll be another tomorrow. Like I mentioned many times, it will never come. Take action today, now. Waiting for the perfect condition, environment, economics, or whatever will never happen. Get used to it. There will always be obstacles. You don't have to be perfect. Just do something. The more you try, the more likely you'll succeed. Think of a guy that sprays with a machine gun on the ducks. He causes a mess, but he gets a few ducks. He may be messy, but he got the job done. Be that messy guy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get things done. Anything you do is better than nothing. Most of the people that fail is because they're looking for the perfect product or service. It never happened. Start, see how the market responds, and modify that product or service according to the behavior of the needs of your customers. Dreams have to be specific. If not, it'll never happen. You want more money? How much? Think supposedly like you've got an angel that does everything you want. And you say, I want more money. He says, how much? More money. So you walk down the street, you find an extra 20 cents or whatever. You have to be specific. And you have to visualize in your mind, what are you going to do with it, for it? Because the law of attraction is plus and minus. You give and you should receive. What are you going to do in order to receive that specific amount of money? Motivation goes up and down. It's like a balloon. You blow and blow and blow, and slowly the air comes out. But eventually you have to push yourself up. It's like you're going up on the mountain and somebody's pushing you, like I mentioned earlier. Pushing you. That's the motivation, that's the course, that's Anthony Robbins, that's Les Brown. But at a certain point, that strength of pushing you up the mountain will dissipate. And you have to motivate yourself internally. You have to be your own motivator and talk to yourself in your mind. If not, you will never get what you want, and most likely you will delay things and procrastinate. Visualization. Before you go to sleep, think about what you have to do the next day. So once you sleep, you get the energy to do those tasks, and you don't have to think, as you already have a plan and you know. If not, if you don't do that, the next day you procrastinate again and again, wasting valuable time and not get what needs to be done. Positivity versus negativity. There are times to be positive and there are times to be negative, but sometimes you have to be just objective and practical. If your roof is leaking, you can't say, I'm positive, it's going to stop. You have to get up, get a ladder, see where the leak is, and stop. That's what we call practical. If your father or mother, God forbid, passed away, it's negative. You have to mourn them. You can't say, he's going to come back, he's going to come back. You mourn, it's negative. But you have to deal with it. And the quicker you deal with reality, my dear friends, the more power will come to you. And the more power will come to you, the more you'll be achieve things. And one of the most important things is when you take responsibility, you can see the picture much clearer. Because majority of people today deflect responsibility. And they blame everything for this misfortune. That puts you in a very weak position. Empowered people take responsibility. Now this misfortune can happen to all of us. But if you don't take responsibility, your life is going to be misery. And I call them PV, professional victims. Be that man or woman that takes responsibility and empowers himself. Complainers and whingers and negative people, how do you get rid of them? Once somebody complains about this or that or him or whatever happened, you listen and go, do you know what happened today? I had this drink of orange juice or cocktail with the ice. It was so amazing. He or she may look at you like you're retarded. He says, what's your problem? I'm telling you my issues. And you go, you're telling me your story. I'm telling you your story. Like I've just read on this channel many, many times. These people are vultures. If you don't get rid of them, they drain you and take all that energy. Now, focus on your strength. At school, when we were bad at a subject, we were taught to get a private tutor and bring up our grades so we can improve and get a better grade. But in reality, in real life, it doesn't work. If you're good at something, be even better and better. And things that you're not that good, pay other people. Because people don't pay for mediocrity. People pay for brilliance. I'll give you an example. We have 2 doctors. One doctor is a very rude man. He's always late. He smokes, he drinks, he's abusive. But he is a professional in his job. And the other doctor he's a nice man. He's got a good family. He's very polite. He speaks slowly. He's very, very, very understanding. But he's a mediocre doctor. Which doctor will you take? Obviously, the first one. Why? Because we don't care about their personal life. We care about their brilliance in their job. If you're good at something, keep going in that direction. And amazing results will come to you. In other topics, pay people to do them. Because people play for brilliance and pay for phenomenal things. And the more good you are at a topic, the more likely you get paid even more. Everybody says they want more money. And that's great, we all want more money. But you have to know one thing, I mentioned this before, save money. No matter what you do in life, if you've got any idea, to implement it, we need money. And in order to implement ideas, we need some capital, no matter how small. So if you can, save an XYZ amount of money and promise yourself an XYZ amount of money that you can specifically stick to. And that'll give you a goal. And over time, you'll see how that money grows. And that will encourage you to do even more because it's an ongoing effect, like a ball that gathers momentum. And the more you save money, the more you feel better about yourself, the more confident, and the more confident, more likely you'll be able to go forward with any idea that you have. The word obsession has a very, very, very negative connotation in Western society. I want to tell you today that is a lie. We take obsession as a negative. I take it as a positive. If you look up throughout history, most people that were obsessed about their jobs or whatever they did succeeded. Look at Thomas Edison. He was obsessed about the light bulb. 10,000 times. Majority of people would have given after 5 or 10 times. But he continued. He was obsessed. But he succeeded. And that's why you remember them. Obsession in the media is used in a negative connotation when it's a lie. I'm not talking about being obsessed on drugs. Obviously that's bad. But if you're obsessed about an idea that you have, If you are obsessed about a business idea or a new software or anything, a new product, new service, go for it. Be obsessed. Work till 3 o'clock in the morning and get it done. Because nobody will believe in your product or your service like you. So forget about what the media says about obsession. Because nobody succeeded in doing anything unless they were obsessed. I want you to realize you need to write a plan for whatever you're doing. Because without a plan or a deadline, it's far easier to procrastinate, not to get it done. And say later and later, and that's what most people do. But if you have a plan, you make a deadline, and you'd be surprised how much you will get done. What to do, how to do, etc. And all these questions, ask yourself and write them down, because we see clearer, we think clearer, and we execute clearer when we write things down. Once you get what you want, don't be cocky or arrogant and lay on your laurels like as if you made it. Because we are living in one of the biggest changes in the world ever seen to mankind. A person may see your product and see you getting cocky, he'll copy your idea. And within a couple months you may be out of business. Never lay on your laurels. A cocky person never sees his competition or his enemies. That's why always be vigilant. Keep improving. Be grateful. Have gratitude to your customers, to yourself, and all those around you. And thank the people that helped you to get where you are. Because there's not one man in history or one woman in history that succeeded in doing anything without help of others or others believing in them. And remember one thing. Once you get too cocky, your demise is just around the corner. So, I really, really hope you found this beneficial. And today I ask you again, if you've got so many things on the net, why should you need a coach? When you ask yourself again and again, many emails, when I can get everything for free, the answer is simple. If you see how to dance on the net, you can see it. But the only way you get things done when you do it in practical. If you learn how to drive a car on the net, that's only in theory. There's a huge difference between theory and practical. And when you have a coach like you work with me, or anybody for that matter, he will be able or she will be able to distinguish on the things you're doing well and encourage you and correct those mistakes instead of continue making those little mistakes that eventually become big ones. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. Look us up on www.alltotalcoaching.com, and I really, really hope that you take your life into your own hands. Be a responsible human being, so eventually you'll get what you want. Thank you very much for listening. You can email us on john@sosdating.com. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Johnny Forgan.